Hello everyone, welcome back to ELD Stitches. Welcome. Those that are coming for the first time, you are welcome. Don't leave without subscribing. My returning subscribers, thank you very much. You are the reason why this channel is running. I really appreciate you guys. So today in our tutorial, we're going to learn how to make this beautiful lunch bag. Let's get started. Okay, these are the materials I've been needing for the tutorial. I have my leather here. I'm using leather for it. So I have two pieces. If you look at it, you see that one is longer than one. This is for the front, and here I have 16 inches and 3/4. 16 and 3/4 inches by 9, and here I have 9 this way. Then by the length I have 14 inches, while here I have 9 inches this way. By the length I have 16 and 3/4 inches. You can make it 16 inches because I want it to be slightly bigger. You can go for 16 inches. So for the sides, the two sides, I have here, this way I have 5 1/4 inches. Then here I have 11 inches. The two are the same. So I'm going to cut the exact lining for these two. But this one, I'm going to cut the lining after joining, because I will join the two together. So after joining the two together, I will cut lining for it. So that's for it. I'm going to use this sticker on it, and also you can see the way I cut the foam. My leather, I cut it into two, but my foam, I cut it together. That's the same thing I'm going to do on my lining. So I have my zipper clothes here. I'm using size 6 zipper for it, and I have my zipper head, 2 pieces. I have my adjuster, 1 inch adjuster, 2 pieces. And also I have my 1 inch belt and my bias taping belt to tape the inside. So I also have these 2 pieces of leather that I cut out for the handle. So what I have here is, for the length I have 9 inches there, but I'm going to reduce it to 8 inches. I'm going to use 8 inches here, while the width I have 1 1/4 inch. So what I'm going to do for the belt, I'll put the two together this way. I will use my belt to tape the two sides. I'm going to start on the front. When you look at the front, you will see that it has a sticker here, and also the opening where we will now put our food from. So I'm going to work on these two now. What I will do, I will set aside these ones, then I will bring my leather. Please, if you are using a leather like this, I'm using MK leather, you have to be careful with the lettering so that you will not turn it upside down. So now for the front, now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to measure 8 inches. I'll turn my leather this way. I'm going to measure 8 inches from here towards this side. So I've measured my 8 inches. I hope you are seeing the line. This is the 8 inches line. So I'm going to take 1 3/4 inches. 1 inch and 3/4 inches on both sides. I also do same here. You can take 1 1/2, depending on how wide you want the opening of the mat to be. So I'll turn it to straight line now. So this is what I have now after taking my 1 3/4 inches on both sides. So now I'm going to shape this side. I'm going to shape it so that it will have a slight curve. I'll do the same thing on this side. Or you can shape one side, use the same to cut the other one. So anyone can go. So now I'm going to cut this out. I'm cutting this way, this way, this way. That's what I'm doing now. So after cutting it out, this is what I have now for the front. This place is this side. So now I'm going to start my sewing. First now I'm going to bring my cartoon character, then I'll place it on my leather, making sure that it's well placed. I'll give 1/2 inch space from that up to the where my cartoon character will start. Then I will top stitch it. You can see what I did on this one, the way I top stitched this here. So that's what I'm going to do on this leather also. I will just top stitch it round with my belt. So I will tape the up. I will leave like 1/2 inch, and before I start my taping, I'll just fold it this way and stitch on it till the end. I'll also leave like 1/2 inch here. The 1/2 inch I'm leaving on both sides is because I want it to get to be exact size with my leather. Because if I start from where my sticker started and end at where my sticker ended, it will not get to my leather. So this my 2 sides, I'm not going to leave it this way. I'm also going to shape it so that it will have a curve shape at this tip. Curve shape at this tip. So here also I'll do the same thing here. Or I can cut, you can cut one, use it to shape the second one. So what I'm going to, on this down also, I'm going to also give it a curve shape at this down. So now I'm going to shape here, then I'll fold it this way, use it to shape the other side. So this is what I'll do now. I'm going to shape here. See the way it is here, see the way here is. So I'll fold it this way and use this to shape this one. So I've done the 2 sides. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one also. I'll shape here. Then I'll fold it this way. Make sure that they are equal. Then I'll use here to shape this one. This is to make sure that the 2 points are equal. So I'll use this, what I did here, and I'll do it on this one also. Now for the two sides, you can, if you look at this very well, my belt started from the up, and I stopped at about 2 inches before the end of the side, before the up. So I did same on this one also, but this side has adjuster. So what I'm going to do now is I'll bring my leather the two sides now. I'm going to sew from down to 2 inches. I will sew on the both sides from down to 2 inches before this side. Then, but before I sew, I'm going to put my adjuster in my belt, because this up one is going to have adjuster on it. This side I want to sew now. So as I have put it this way now, this is my adjuster. I'm going to stitch on it. After stitching it, I will now put it here and sew. But remember, you have to centralize everything. So I will cut the length now. When I put it this way, I will cut the length. So I've cut out the length I needed. So this is what I have now. So after sewing it, I will get the mid of this my belt and also get the mid of this my side, and make sure that the space I have on this side is equal to the space I have on this side. Then I will stitch it this way, and this way on one side of the side. Then on the second side, there will not be any adjuster on it. So on this one, what I will do is that I will get the mid of this my side and also get the mid of my belt. I will match it together this way. I will stitch it till I get to 2 inches again before here. I will stitch on the two sides. When I get here, I will now measure 45 inches of my belt. From this point, I will measure 45 inches and cut it out. Listen, the 45 inches is depending on how long you want your belt to be. You can measure 40 inches, but I like using 45 inches. So I will cut it out. By the time I measure the 45 inches, I will cut it out. That means this side I'm sewing on my side, the belt I'm sewing on my side will be together with the 45 inches. So I'm done sewing the sides. This is what I have for the two sides. This is the one with the adjuster, and this one is the one with the belts. So I'll keep it aside. This is the handle. I'll keep it aside also. This is the front. I've attached it to my leather. As you can see here, I have excess. So I'm going to trim off the excess. That's it for this one. So as you can see, I've trimmed off the excess. This is my sticker. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put it right side first, facing each other. Like I told you, you have to be careful with the leather if it has write-offs. So I put it this side. Then I will stitch with, if what you use this is 1/4 inch, you use it to sew. If it's 1/2 inch, you use to sew. You use it to sew. So I'm going to stitch with 1/2 inch now. So I have joined it. I have also top stitched it. You can see the way it is now, very relaxed. So now that I'm done with this, I can now go ahead and cut my lining with this. I will cut full lining. The lining will cover even this place that there is nothing. The lining will cover a full lining to cover from here till here. So as you can see, I've cut lining for it. You see what I tell you, that it has to be complete. And if you look at my lining, it's slightly bigger than my leather. That is the best way to cut it. When by the time you are done sewing, you can trim the excess. I did same for the side also. I cut 2 pieces of lining for it. 2 pieces of lining for the 2 sides. So now we are going to start coupling it together. So what I'm going to do, I will also cut foam for this one, exactly the way I cut the lining. Now for the body of the lunch bag, I've already cut out the foam, which is this. So what I will do is I'm going to put my lining down, place my foam on top of my lining, then I will now place my leather on top of my foam. Place my leather. Make sure that the foam and the lining and the leather are lined so that by the time you sew, the lining will not be shorting. So as it is now, I will take it to my sewing machine. First, I'm going to first sew. I'll sew this way. From here, I will sew this way. Then after that, I will sew this way. This way. See this point. I will sew this way. I will sew this way, this way, this way, to this point. That's what I'm going to do now. Okay guys, I'm done stitching it. If you look at it very well, you will see that there is excess on the sides, both on the lining and the foam, but the leather is okay. So like now I've done trimming this one. So what I did here, I'm going to do it on here, and also this, you can see that there is also excess on the sides. And here I have my foam and my lining here. So now I'm going to trim the excess, then I will trim out this foam and lining here. Okay, you can see I'm done trimming all the excess. So now I'm going to sew my zipper. This is my zipper. This is the right side of my zipper, where I have my zipper teeth. And this is the right side of my leather. My zipper, if you see, is excess by like 1 inch. I'll put it zipper with leather together. It has to be equal. Then I will sew it this way, and also this way. At this place, it also has to be excess with 1 inch. So for this cover, this is the foam and lining that are cut out from the body. So I'll bring this cover that I cut out from the body. I will align it together. It has to be together, equal. See it? So I will sew it round. Okay, so this is what I have. Now I'm going to trim the excess I have here. I have to trim it out. So I'm going to get the midpoint of this. Make sure it meets with this side. So now I'm going to sew my handle on it. I'll centralize my handle, or you can as well get the midpoint of the handle also. You notch it. You get this side also. Notch it. So see what I did? So I will stitch. I will now bring this up this way and also stitch. So this is the handle now. And for the main body, I've sewn my zipper. Like I said, you can see that the zipper is longer than the leather. So I'm going to get my midpoint to make sure that the two leathers here are equal. The midpoint of my zipper, that's what I want to get now. Make sure that the two leathers are equal. Then I'm going to notch it. So I've notched it. Then I'm going to open my zipper now. So this one also, I'm going to fold it together this way. Make sure that it's equal. You can see the two handles are together. So I'm also going to notch the midpoint. So I will bring my zipper the right side. This is the right side where the teeth is. We face my leather. So what I'm going to do is that I'll put it this way, right side facing my leather. Put it, the two notch points will meet together. Then as you sew, you arrange. That's what I'm going to do now. You sew, you arrange, or you use your, if you have your leather clip, you use your leather clip. So I'm arranging it now with my leather clip. That's what I'm going to. I will arrange everything and then I will now sew it round. The leather clip, you can get it if you are based in Lagos State, Nigeria. You can get this from Mushi Market. Get it from Mushi. It will help your work to be neat. Help in making your work to be well arranged. Especially the curve areas. So I'm going to stitch it round now. Okay, I'm done sewing my zipper to both the this and the main leather. So now I'm going to use my bias tape to tape it round. I'll just put it this way, fold it, and sew to cover the rough edges. I'll sew it round. I'll also do same on this one. Only on this place I feel zip. That's where I'm taping for now. Okay, I'm done taping it. See the inside, it's very neat now. So now is the time to fix our zipper. Our zipper is going to be here. So I'll bring my zip head. For those of us that don't know how to fix, if you watch my previous video, you will see how to fix your zip head. So I'm fixing one from this side, the other one will be from the other side. Now I'm putting the second one. If you look at here, it's not equal. This one is longer than this. I'm starting from this longer one to fix my zipper head. So for you to be sure that you did the right thing, what I normally do is I will use my straight ruler and put it this way. I will use my leather marker to mark the excess, because you must have excess by the time you are done fixing your zip. So when I indicate the excess this way, as I'm doing now, I will measure what I have from here to here and also what I have from here to here. It has to be equal. If it's not equal, this cover will be slanted. So you have to make sure that it's equal. And when you look at my zipper here, you can see that the one that is on the leather is like 1/4 inch shorter than the one on my cover, and when the same thing is also on this side is shorter, while on this side is longer with the same 1/4 inch. So that's the trick I use in fixing my own zipper. Okay, now I'm trying to measure it to be sure before I trim off the excess. So here, this is my 1/2 inch line and one line here. So also here is the same thing. You see it? So now I can trim off the excess. So thick because of the zip band. So this is what I have now. Now I'm going just to join it. I'll just bring this one forward, put it here. See, this my tape, you push it this way. See the way I pushed it? The same thing is what I will do here. Open it up this way so that it will allow my zipper to open. Then I will put it together, arrange it well and stitched, and also top stitch. Okay, this is what I have now after joining it. I'm going to tape here also with my bias tape. Then I will put it this way and top stitch it. I don't want to turn it because if I continue turning it, it will affect the sticker. So I will know how to put it this way. As I sew, I move it and top stitch on it. Okay, you can see the taping and also the top stitching. So now I want to join the sides. What I'm going to do is I'll get the center. That's, I'll follow the center of this my handle. My handle will be my guide on how to get the center. So when I get it, I will notch it. Then I will try to straighten it this way. To get the center here and also notch it. Now I'll carry my side, not trim this. Remember this side is the up, so it has to be where the handle is. Put the rope inside. Make sure the rope enters inside. Then you bring the center of this and match it with the center of this. That is very important. You have to do it. You have to be careful. Once you match here, you bring also the center of here. You can get it by folding it this way and also notch it. So you bring the center of there and also match it with this center here. Then you now start to arrange the sides. Move it. Make sure they are equal. Okay, see what I have now after pegging it round. So I'm going to my machine now to sew it round. Please, if you don't have peg, I will advise, instead of you to make mistake, I will advise you to maybe you hand stitch it first. Use loose stitch to hold it first before you sew. But if you can sew and arrange as you go, it's okay. But why it's good to do it this way first is to be sure that it's equal, because sometimes it might not be equal. You will need to trim a little to make it equal from this side. So that's why it's advisable to peg it round this way, or you use your hand stitching to stitch it down a little before you continue. So now I'm going to stitch it round, and I also stitch this side the same way I did here. So I'm done sewing it round. So I'm going to use my bias tape now. I will start from down here. Then I'll put my bias tape this way and tape it round, both on this side and the other side. As I sew, I arrange. As I sew, I arrange and sew. That's what I will do till I get to where I started. So when you want to tape it, some people may find it difficult. You can, because there is air inside the bag, you can open the zipper so that your bag can be flat. You can try and open the zipper. So that your bag can be flat, then you tape. Wow, I'm done taping it. This is what I have now. So it's time for me to turn it to the right side. Watch what I will do now. I'll first turn here. Because of the sticker, that's why I'm doing this. I don't want the sticker to be rough. There's a way you will turn it. By the time you turn it, you will not like the way your sticker will turn out. Then I'll press the under inside. Please, when you are sewing, don't sew and turn, sew and turn. If you do that, your sticker will be very rough at the end of the day. So you push, make sure you push everything out very well. What I'm doing now, push it out very well. The up also, you push it out. Put your hand inside and push it out. See the way it is. By the time you push it out, everything will come out. Now I'm going to zip it. Zip it, zip it, zip it, zip it. For us to see how it is, how it came out, how it came out. Push everything inside. So this is it. So I'm going to, this is my second adjuster. One is already here. So this is my second adjuster. I'll just, please watch or know that, check very well that your belt is not twisted. I'll pass it. When I pass it this way, I also pass it this way. Then I'll pass it from under here also. So this is it. So before I sew, I will use my lighter to burn these rough edges. Then I will sew it on this inside one. And it. So this is our bag. If this video has been helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, and share my videos. Feel free to share my videos, and also subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. Bye bye and God bless you. See you in the next tutorial.